Oh, hello again. My name is Courtney and I'm one of the co-founders of Dandelion Branding, and welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to be talking about UX design and our specific user-centric approach to designing websites. If you are interested in learning more about digital marketing or sustainability, then definitely subscribe to our channel. We talk about both and the intermixing of the two on this channel, so please hit that subscribe button. At Dandelion, we work with businesses that are dedicated to the sustainable transition. So that means that we're often speaking with businesses that have some sort of really innovative technical solution or are bringing sustainable solutions to some of these kind of legacy industries that are out there. These, older industries like construction, manufacturing, and oil and gas. And working to make it more sustainable, right? Working to help reduce any waste streams, improve overall environmental impacts. And in our opinion, that is a vital step of the sustainable transition. So we love working with that particular type of client. And one thing that we've found interesting recently is that there's one main thing that a lot of these types of businesses have in common, and that is that they are working to optimize for investors. So at this point, because we've seen so many of the type of company that is in that particular situation, we've coined the term, you have to look funded to get funded, which is very true. Optimizing your site with investors in mind means that you need to have a well-designed, clear, concise website, something that is specifically created to ensure that you're communicating your message properly to that audience, right? So this has been on our mind a lot recently, that, optimizing your website to have very clear brand messaging, to have an intuitive structure, and to be, well branded, that can all really enhance your chances of attracting a potential investor and securing some funding. So that is one example of how you can really use that user first and that audience first focus to optimize your business and your website. And that is essentially how we approach UX design. We like to approach all digital marketing in a holistic way. So when it comes to actually redesigning a brand's website, we like to start first and foremost from thinking about the audience and the user experience. Before we do any actual design work, we first are thinking and asking ourselves, who is using this site? What do they expect and want to get out of their experience on this website? And also, what is the brand hoping that that audience does on the site? What is the business's goal for their users on their website? And then we consider, what is the product or service, right? So what is the best way to position that product for that particular audience? Or what are the different ways that we can position this product for the different audiences that your business may have? How can we infuse the brand's values and main messaging into how we are positioning the product? These are questions that we ask ourselves prior to even beginning the design process. And we really work to focus in on the experience of the ideal customers. We find that this is really key to ensuring that they will resonate with the site and that the work you're doing to redesign your site is actually going to be effective in terms of conversion and hitting your actual business goals. And another thing that we consider, which is not necessarily optimizing for a particular user, but really optimizing for any and all users, no matter your audience. When we are approaching a website project, accessibility is also something that we really focus on. Within our process, we take a look at WCAG criteria, and that categorizes and ranks things like color contrast ratio, the proper structural formatting to a page, the accessible text formatting, making sure things are in proper heading formats and paragraph formats so that it can be read by a screen reader, and also things like alt text on images, things like that. Website accessibility is really something that we find to be very important. It is unfortunate that we see design decisions that are made, unknowingly, that exclude certain folks with disabilities. It's just true. These are some things like if you put important text about a product or service on an image rather than written on your website, that will negatively impact folks that are visually impaired, because they are not able to see the information that you've written on that image. And if it's not in alt text and if it's not written in text on your page, it's not going to get picked up by screen readers. Similarly, things like all the important information about a product or your service in a video format, that can also exclude visually or hearing impaired audience members. So we always want to just be sure that the work that we do is never alienating or unknowingly excluding anyone from being a part of operating and existing on this business's website. When we approach a design project, we are not only looking at it from a design perspective. A website could be the coolest design you've ever seen, something that is incredibly unique. You've got a completely different layout than a normal website. Maybe you've got animations, you've got, moving parts, you've got all of this really cool, innovative stuff that visually looks phenomenal. But if you're not communicating all of the information that your users may need in order to make a purchase or take a desired action, what can you really expect folks to do? So I suppose that's where sort of our differentiator lies, is that we don't design purely for aesthetic's sake. We design with the user in mind and ensuring that it is as seamless as possible, as intuitive as possible for them to get to your site, interact with your site, and ultimately take action. We find that to be the key to actual success and ensuring that your website is actually working for you. It should not only just be something that you're proud of, to send folks to, but it should also be something that is truly working for you. And if it's just pretty looking, but folks aren't taking those actions, then in our opinion, that's not working for you. When we approach website projects, we also, not only want to ensure that the website is widely user-friendly, but we also want to ensure that it is widely environmentally friendly. So from our perspective, this looks like making sure that your pages are optimized for speed, your content is optimized in a way that you are not duplicating unnecessary information or additional pages on your site, but you're really giving people exactly what they need and exactly where you would expect to find it. Sustainability is always something that is an added layer for what we do, and it's a real focal point of our work. And it's important that we acknowledge and communicate that everything we do online, every Google search, every new page loaded, every single piece of your website or existence online does have some sort of carbon footprint. So taking that into consideration when we approach a design project is also something that we really value. So all in all, when we approach a website project, we find the most holistic way to really begin that process and ensure that you're going to get the results that you want is to build something that is truly user and audience centered first and foremost, and the rest will fall into place. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back next time, and for now, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. You can also reach out to info@dandelionbranding.com. We're happy to chat via email, and check out our site, dandelionbranding.com, for more information about sustainable marketing and our holistic perspective on how we operate. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.